narrow trim with entredot already on it. You do not have to have the entredot. It just makes an easy line to stitch against. We want to put that on our angel sleeves before we insert them into the garment, just for ease. And I am using a new needle because I'm working on a new garment, and I'm using a number 37 foot because it has an open toe and I can see very easily where I am sewing, and I'm using a stitch length of 2. Now I prefer all cotton thread, but whatever you use is up to you. When I am stitching on this, I like it because you can have the entredot, the front of the 1/8 of an inch toe just at the entredot, and your stitching line will follow perfectly where the holes are. We're going to go all the way across. When I get to the end of the one sleeve, I continue with the next sleeve and do not even cut the entredot or the trim and until afterwards. That way I avoid making a mistake and having right side on one and wrong side on the other. Most of these trims do have a right and wrong side. Most people cannot tell, so it's not, super duper major. But then you're going to go across and finish that side just like you did the first one. When you have the two joined together, always cut them apart from the wrong side and you will get the correct angle. So now I can put my little scissor in there and cut them apart and cut that one flush there. On this, when it is a very narrow seam, we do not necessarily need to trim that down. So now I am going to change feet. I'm going to put on a number 20 open toe foot. I'm going to go to a zigzag, and on here it's not quite a width of 5, so I'm going to start with about a 4, and I may change that as we do it. So as we stitch, the inside edge of my open toe foot will sit right here where this stitching that we had done before is. I'm going to put it in. The object is we want the fabric, the needle, to clear the fabric as we're doing it. And I often hold my fabric up a little bit after I get started. You see how the needle is coming right over that. Oops, I forgot to put the length way down to a 1/2. And you'll see when I take it out how much difference that makes. So my width on this one is 4, my length is 1/2, and my inside toe of my foot is sitting right on that previous stitching line. And it seems to take a long time to have this get done. If you have a serger and are fluent with it, this is a good time to use it. And I'm going to go all the way across and do the same on both. It will look about like this. And then we're going to go to the iron and iron it down so that we see our holes. I did not put any of the stitches into any of the holes because your holes stay a lot cleaner this way. Press so that you see all of the entredot, and then in the back, the little rolled seam is up toward the sleeve. Put it into your bishop and then do your pleating on the bishop. A similar trim that is all finished. And you can see how that looks on the inside and where you have put your little bias band afterward.